All right, well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm John Coffey, station manager here at KXCV, and I want to thank everyone for coming for what is really an important day and a historic day for the radio station. And we're gathered not here just to cut a ribbon, but also to celebrate and honor the life and legacy of someone who's meant so much to KXCV, also to the university and to all of us. I think looking around, I think Sharon probably had a huge impact in everyone's life I'd see in this building here today as well. So thank you again for coming for this event. Again, throughout her long career at KXCV, including a time as program director and station manager, Sharon didn't just run a radio station. She built a culture of excellence, also mentorship and compassion. She poured her heart into this place and more importantly into the students who came through it. Her legacy is not only in the awards or the broadcasts that we have on the air, but also in the people that she helped mold, and they now carry on her influence throughout the world. And today we're proud to rename the KXCV studio the Sharon Cross-Bonnett Studio, as this will help ensure that her name and her impact will continue to inspire future generations of students. Also moving forward, when we reach the top of the hour, listeners will be reminded of Sharon's legacy. The station's official on-air identification now will be coming to you from the Sharon Cross-Bonnett studio. You're listening to KXCV Maryville and KNWT Chillicothe. I also want to thank Sharon's family for playing such a huge role in helping today become a reality. And to help us begin this dedication, join me in welcoming Sharon's son, Tim Shipley.
Thank you, John, for that nice introduction. And thank you to all of you for being here with us today. When I think about this, May, the month of May where we are right now, is a transitional time here on the campus of Northwest. The students on campus wrapped up finals about a week ago, and a quarter of them have moved on to start their careers, wherever that may take them. The rest will find summer employment, internships, study abroad opportunities, sports, church missions, or wherever their heart may lead them. The busy sidewalks and classrooms are mostly empty now, but the grounds remain beautifully maintained, and work continues behind the scenes to be ready for the promise and anticipation that comes with the return of students in a few short months for the fall semester. The start of the fall semester was always Mom's favorite time of the year. The spirit of this place was reborn each August. The students brought a vibrant and spirited life back to campus. It was invigorating, inspiring, and in innumerable ways, educational. Up until her passing, a favorite pastime of hers was to walk through campus with us or take her grandchildren to the Horseman School over at Brown Hall. Excuse me. She was always impressed with the architecture and beauty of this campus. And additionally, we had ties. As proud alumni, we too enjoy time walking the grounds and enjoying the beauty. The flowers, the trees, everything that makes this place so special. And we love it so much that we got married at the Kissing Bridge just over the way 16 years ago. Last summer and into the fall semester, which was our second without her, Nan and I began kicking around ideas of how to honor Mom's memory at Northwest in a meaningful way that wasn't just transitory. It was important to us that the initiative would be impactful, sustainable, and that it would create opportunities for future students in perpetuity. KXCV and KRNW were always a top priority in her life. The on-air programming, the professional development of students, and delivering what listeners wanted to hear were forever her missions. Those missions, among many others, remain noble and necessary. And the execution of those endeavors has been further improved under the tremendous leadership of Rodney Harris and John Coffey, as well as the dedicated staff here at the station. Through some really good conversations, programming was identified as an opportunity to provide the kind of sustained support mechanism that we were looking for. And as such, we've endowed a fund to permanently support programming efforts at KXCV, KRNW, and assist with technology upgrades and maintenance of the physical plant upon which the station sits. The spirit and intent of this fund is to assist in any way possible with the continued development of broadcasting students. Some of the greatest people I've ever known have walked the halls of Wells Hall, the Com Barn, or if you want to go back far enough, the administration building. Many of those broadcasting students started their days before 5 a.m. They worked on holidays and weekends and late into the night. And supporting those students and the mission, vision, and values of this radio station are now missions shared by us. To that end, we are blessed beyond measure to be here this afternoon to cut the ribbon and introduce the newly created Sharon Cross-Bonnett Broadcasting Studio and help kick off the spring on-air fund drive. We'll match the funds raised throughout the next week as a way of showing our continued support. And we'd like to say a special thank you to John, to Mike and Kenna Johnson, and to Sam Mason, because this is the group that really put the structure around this initiative and they made it happen. So thank you to you all especially. We really appreciate your dedication. And we are thrilled that everyone in the room could be here with us today. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. Can you tell I wasn't a broadcasting student? He hit it out of the park.
Thank you, Tim. Next, we want to hear from someone who represents really the very heart of Sharon's legacy, and that's her students. Sharon mentored hundreds of young broadcasters who came through this program during her time here, and again, their success stories are a testament to really her incredible influence. And one of those students is here with us today. Please welcome Mike Madrigal.
All right, well, don't get excited, even though I'm a broadcaster. I did not type out this speech or prepare it in any way. I'm just gonna wing it, which is what Sharon tried to break me into doing in college. So, you know, on the way up here, sorry, I'll get emotional because I loved her. On the way up here, I thought, thousands of people have come through these doors. Students and educators and donors, parents, so many people. When you think about it, everybody leaves their mark. This place, my whole life was here. I lived here. Patty will tell you. I was here. I slept here. And everybody who walked through these doors, alumni and the donors, investors, whatever, they did so much for this place. And then John called me and said, would you come up and say a few words for Sharon? And my first thought was, of all the people who've come through these doors, I see where you're going. It's a serious note. Of all the people who've come through these doors and done everything for this place that they've done, they are all a distant second to Sharon Bonnet. She liked Bonnet because it was more elegant. Sharon with a scarf. No name belongs on that wall, next to that door, next to that radio facility like hers. Nobody's. There is just nobody close. And I lived it. I was here 86 to 91 and back and forth speaking to students and letting Sharon know what I was doing, her impact, how my career was going, all these things. And really, it's a testament to who she is. When you think of the number of people who've been in this building and that nobody measures up to that woman. On a personal note, I came here in 86. I was 18 years old. I had misdirected energy, bad ideas. I just was unfocused. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself, and I loved radio. It meant I could not sit in a cubicle, not wear a suit. And here's this woman with incredible patience and poise and very focused on keeping us in line. And when you have that many people like me coming through, you have to be tremendously on the ground and unable to be moved to keep these students going the direction they need to go. And she did it. We were crazy And she got us where we needed to be. And I think about my successes, the people in my group and their successes, and that goes right back to Sharon, directly to Sharon. If you went into her office, you were probably in trouble. And the point of that is, usually she sat back and let us be who we wanted to be, let us grow, let us experiment. This is a creative process up here, and let us just go. And it's very hard, I think, to be someone like Sharon, who is very structured and controlled, to let go of students and let them do what they needed to do and grow into who they needed to be creatively, yet still have your hands and arms around it. And when you think about it, that's something a mother does, right? So she was like a mother to us. So, thank you for having me here. And I can speak for my group. We loved her. Not like a mother. We didn't love her like you like some teachers or have some favorite instructor here or there. We loved her because she gave her heart to us, and she looked us in the eye, and she was not afraid to drop rules on us and drop the hammer when it needed to be done. And boy, does that pay off. So the last note is, it's kind of sad that future students are going to come through here by the thousands, and they're going to see that name. We've all walked in buildings and seen names, and we don't know who these people are. They're up there for a reason. We don't know why. Maybe they made a big donation. Maybe they had the building built. I don't know. But for us, all of us in this room, who I am assuming we all knew Sharon personally, we know when we walk into the KXCV studios, when we see her name, we knew her. She was one of us. She was part of us. And she made an impact on us. And boy, does she deserve that. Yeah?
Thank you, Mike, and also, Mike, thanks for everything that you've done since you've left. He definitely has given back to this radio station in so many different ways and continues to give back. And when he talks about knowing her as a student, I look around and there's a couple other people here that have been blessed to not only know her as a student, but also as a colleague. I see Kirk Wayman here, Patty Hawley, myself. We had a chance to go through the program and experience just what Mike was talking about. And then we had the privilege of working under her, and really grew just from working under her. And even to this day, when I'm trying to make a decision here, I think, well, what would Sharon do? And so far, it's been, going with her advice has been very beneficial to this radio station, and her influence carries on to this day. And now's the moment we've all come for. It's official ribbon cutting of renaming the studio in honor of Sharon. And I'd like to bring up Tim and his wife Nan, also their children and Sharon's grandchildren, Render and Evie, and also Sharon's son Aaron for the ribbon cutting.
A little bit, sorry. Okay, everybody get in the photo. There we go. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Snip it.
Well, as we bring this ceremony to a close, again, I want to thank each of you again for being here to celebrate Sharon's legacy. Every student who learns here will carry a piece of Sharon's spirit forward, and it's up to all of us to keep that spirit alive, not only through our work, but also through our support. I'm sure many of you heard that public radio funding is at risk right now. And again, the very foundation that supports stations like KXCV and helps students like those that Sharon mentored is in jeopardy. She fought a similar battle back in 1994, and through her efforts and others in the public media world, was able to stave off what at that time would have been some just detrimental with lack of funding to the public media. So We're at that juncture again this year, and if you care about public media, I would invite you to go to a website that's set up called protectmypublicmedia.org. There you can register to learn how to contact your legislators to express your support for continued funding. Also, your voice can make a difference. Just in the past 2 weeks, legislators have received over 999,000 emails from listeners nationwide in support of public media. So if you could go to that website, it's a very simple process. You click on there, you can find out how to contact your local legislators and make an impact. And also, if you're inclined, they're urging people to call the legislators as well. And we'll have some information upstairs on how to contact your local legislators. So again, any help that you can give is very important at this particular time. So now I'd like to invite you to go up, tour the station, see the studio, see the new signage honoring Sharon. And after that tour, we have some refreshments, cupcake, cookies, and even Sharon's own special punch that we've had from time to time at different celebrations. So the tour recipe, and I hope you can come up and enjoy all that.
Good.